Hold on. Okay, I had to turn on subscriber mode. Okay, y'all. So this week, Luna's supposed to target Hayes, and I said, make it make sense. I said, she ain't got it all there. She ain't too bright. She crazy. Cause in what world is you grabbing Hayes allegedly? We don't know if that's true or not. But in what world would you grabbing Hayes mean that Finn would want anything to do with you? In what world would you grabbing Hayes want Finn, Lord? She think that, but she's so focused on the revenge and teaching Steffi a lesson that she foolish. She foolish because Finn, everything that she said is true in my opinion. I think she was right. Excuse me. I think she was right when she said that Finn wants a relationship with her because he keeps saying it. He keeps saying the only reason why he won't have anything to do with her is because of his wife, and he's not gonna lose his family, and they're the most important thing to him or whatever. Every time he talk, he say his truth. Ain't that what they be saying? Every time he speaks his truth, y'all. But yeah, they saying allegedly she grabs Hayes. But okay, this is what I see so far. Nick returns. Luna watches Steffi and Hayes. Nick romances Brooke. Taylor and Ridge have a heart-to-heart about their love as well as Brooke. Luna gives Hayes a gift. Nick, what they said? Nick pushes, I don't know what that is. Hold on. Despite Hope's objections, Steffi tries to get Daphne back to Los Angeles. Brooke tells Katie about Nick's return and about their kiss they shared. And the last thing they got is Taylor and Brooke disagree about Nick and him. Okay, I'm trying to see what that is. I don't understand my handwriting. It said Nick pushes. Oh, I think it said Nick's supposed to be pushing Ridge's buttons. I forgot to finish it. I think I got distracted. I think my niece wanted something. But yeah, I think they said Nick pushes Ridge's buttons or something. But yeah, the first thing they got is that Nick returns. If you didn't know, they for weeks now they've been posting little spoilers videos where they show Nick and Brooke and they're out the country. They're out the country. I don't know if that's for a fashion event. I don't know if he just we still away or what. But yeah, for weeks now, but it been in a different language. One of them was in English, but the other one was in a different language. But yeah, so far they showed Nick coming back, so we already knew that prior to everything before they even showed the promo. But yeah, Nick's supposed to be returning, and Ridge gonna feel some type of way. Taylor gonna disagree with him about the whole Nick and Brooke situation. He's talking about so he don't trust the guy. You don't trust him with your woman. He talking about he don't trust Nick. Now I don't know the history, I don't know the backstory, I don't know what type of beef they got. I just seen that people said that Nick been with Brooke. Katie wanted him. I don't know if they was involved. That's all I know so far, y'all, about this Nick dude. But yeah, they said Nick gonna be telling Taylor he don't trust the guy. Not Nick. Ridge supposed to be telling Taylor that he doesn't trust Nick or whatever. And I said, yeah, you don't trust him with your woman. That's what it is. You don't trust him with your woman. But yeah, that's the first thing they got, that Nick returns, y'all. This upcoming week, he returns. Y'all know, once again, if you just tuning in, they dropped this whole little video weeks ago about him returning, and they was out of the country or whatever, and he was just up close to her, and Ridge felt some type of way, so he finna get ready to see him sweat. I said, here they go. Luna watches Steffi and Hayes. If y'all seen the episode Friday, then y'all already know that. They showed it. They showed her looking through some binoculars or whatever, and she's supposed to be staring through the window. And I said, "Ain't the guest house right there?" I said, "Do y'all think Leon gonna end up seeing it or what, or doing something?" Cause it looked like it. The last thing I remember about the guest house was when the whatchamacallit was standing there. Who was that standing there? Somebody was standing there, wasn't it? No, Finn. Wasn't Finn standing there? And that's when that girl Paris liked him. But they dropped that storyline. Y'all remember that part when they dropped that storyline about Paris and Finn? What else they got? Luna watching Steffi and Hayes. They saying that she's supposed to grab him. They said that Luna has a gift for Hayes or whatever. They already showed her talking to him. What did she say to him? You're Hayes, right? I have something for you. And I said, don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trap. And Friday, if you didn't see the episode, she told him, she told, what's the boy name? Remy. She told Remy, basically Steffi don't know what it feel like for a child to be kept from her parents, stuff like that. So she has a plan. Everybody's speculating that the plan is for her to grab this boy. And I said, in what world? No, she got to be crazy. Because what world you think this man going to want anything to do with you if you don't grab his son? But then again, he done got shot by his mama. He still wants something to do it. So, she might be onto something. She might be onto something. But yeah, I was saying earlier, like, They always do the same thing. She just like her grandmama. Y'all see that Finn really do want something to do with y'all. So instead of proving these folks wrong, y'all decide to do the extra. Y'all decide to go shooting people and grabbing people and stuff. I was like, she just like her grandmama. Instead of doing the right thing and taking his advice and reaching out then after the fact, you decide to target his son as if that's gonna win you some points. I was like, no, she ain't got it all there. Well, yeah, they said once again the last time that she's supposed to grab Hayes. I don't know how true it is, but she's supposed to tell him she got a gift for him. Now that could just mean that she approaches him because we've seen that part already, and that she gives him something to send a message that she could get to Hayes anytime she wants. But we'll see. What else? Taylor and Ridge have a heart to heart about their love, as well as Brooke about how she be standing in the way for years. And I was like, man, it's just her time. I keep saying the same thing. It's just her time because they be sharing dude. They definitely be sharing dude or whatever. Now, and the other part, they said that Taylor and Brooke disagree about Nick and him because he's supposed to be talking to her and saying he just don't trust the guy, and she know what it's really about Brooke, about his destiny. And I feel like Taylor be setting herself up for failure. I said, why they bring somebody back just for Brooke anyways? I said, they should have gave Taylor somebody else. They definitely should have gave her somebody else. I don't know. Who all have Taylor been with, y'all? Let me know down below. Because every time I've been watching, it's been this fool. it's been this dude. What else? Despite Hope's objections, Steffi tries to get Daphne back to Los Angeles. And that's another thing. I wonder I haven't read anything about Daphne returning, but I said at this point, what would be the reason to bring her back? I know Hope and Carter engaged now, so I don't know. I think we still didn't find out, or they still didn't find out about Steffi having her come here in the first place to break them up. They don't know that. But other than that, and to work on the perfume line and put her with what's his name? Zende. Put her with Zende. I don't know what place she would have, because they barely using the character that's on the show now. They bring Bill back to say a few words or whatever. Then next thing you know, we don't see him for some months. And he still don't know his son dying allegedly. Brooke tells Katie about Nick's return. Now in the spoilers, at the beginning of the spoilers, they don't say, they just said that Nick romances Brooke. But later in the spoilers, they said that they shared a kiss and she's supposed to be confiding in Katie about the kiss. And I said, look at Brooke. I said, Brooke be pulling them, don't she? I said, Brooke be pulling them. Look, Brooke stay having a new dude. Or a side dude, or what they call it, a backup dude. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, I said she stay having somebody. What else? Let's see. We already talked about Hope's objection. Steffi tries to get Daphne back to Los Angeles. Brooke tells Katie about Nick's return and about the kiss they shared. We already talked about Taylor and Brooke disagreeing about Nick and him. Luna psycho tale. And that's how they got. It was so short, y'all. They didn't have much of anything on there. I think later this week they're gonna update it. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.